Watch me ride.
Hey everybody, I want to talk a little bit today about failure and how to deal with it and how damaging it can be if you don't deal with it correctly. You see, as someone who has depression, you know, when you fail at something, you try your best at something and it fails, it's very easy to take that on heart, be like, well, I'm a failure, everything I do fails. Oh, woe is me and all that shit. And it stops you from trying next time. A good example is yesterday, for instance, it was so funny, it was the best vlog I've made in ages. I basically hijacked riding in a scooter rally. I was messing around. It was funny, okay? But I didn't plug my mic in, so it was all lost. So when I got home, was I angry? For about half a second, yes. I got home and was like, and then I get this calmness come over me that just goes, shit happens. Now if you think about it, if you make as many videos as I make, every now and then, you're gonna have a problem. A memory card's gonna mess up, a battery's gonna die, your mic's gonna go wrong. There's a multitude of things. Sometimes it seems like the timing of the road, the way that all the cars are in certain places, it's so difficult to actually talk fluently. But the point is, you can come out of that in two ways. Angry, annoyed, or you're like, okay, shit happens. You know, you paint enough walls, you're gonna spill some paint. It's just one of those things. Now, in life, there are many things that we try and we fail at. Why is it that more often than not, people very much seem to say, well, I'm never doing that again. I failed at it once, so I'm never doing that again. Because, you know, the people that juggle chainsaws and walk tightropes have never messed up. I'm talking well, chainsaws is different. It's a calculated risk. They use battens to start with, but that's a bad example. But, you know, it's like people in relationships and stuff. They're like, oh, well, it didn't work out this time, thus it never will. And it's a horribly damaging attitude to have. As I say, it doesn't matter what it is, but when you fail at something, there is two ways of coming out of it. There is to basically give up, or you try again. But you try again with added knowledge of what went wrong before. You can apply that. Sometimes an idea is just a bad idea. Shut up! Sometimes an idea is just a bad idea, and you learn, yep, this is one I've got to just drop. Let's play Spot the Scooter. Ding ding! Again. Ding! Not a single nod back. Basically it's a scooter rally. They come onto the island every year and are rude to anyone who's local. Watch, we got 3 of them. Go for a nod. 0 responses. Now the expression, if at first you don't succeed, try again. No! If at first you don't succeed, try a different angle. You are probably going in through the ear. It's a horrible expression that I don't like. I like the sentiment, I understand what they're getting at, but it's not truthful enough. You have to try and adapt and try and adapt and try different stuff and have this belligerent I disconnect my emotions from the project that I'm doing. Like, I'll try something, it doesn't work. Okay, then we try something. I never let that, well, it didn't work, somehow reflect on me. Like, I'm like, oh, it's my fault. Well, unless it is my fault, in which case it's okay. Let's have another go, shall we? 0 people on the bikes. Nod. So whereas yesterday I made a video about hijacking a scooter rally, now I'm talking about making mistakes and how we overcome them, and taking the piss out of all these people that don't nod. It's fucking brilliant. They look at you like, I will nod at everyone and anyone on 2 wheels, even push bikes sometimes if they've done something particularly just, you know, thoughtful, or getting off of the road to a cycle path, you know. 0 0 0. Oh, I think the lady in the back might have just given me a nod. Thank you, lady in the back. See, the problem is if you ruminate or dwell on a mistake, you're not going to learn anything from that. All you can learn from that is that that didn't work. Now you need to be thinking about what the next thing it is that you try is, you know? No. And I think this is the key to good decision making comes from, is people who have problems making decisions tend to fear the failure of the decision. When I make a decision, I'm like, well, I had the best intentions with it, but it just didn't work out. You know, I thought it out, it seemed like a good idea, it didn't work. Let's try for 2 more. Alright, buddies. No. We can get a nod out of a scooter rider, let's prove. And then we're not talking about scooter riders in general here, these are mods, like old men who... No. 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 Yes! 1! We got 1! And we got 2! 1. I notice I've instigated every single... Hey, 2. I've instigated every nod, it's never been coming through. Anyway, what was I saying? They don't seem to want to be friendly to anyone else on 2 wheels unless they're on a scooter, etc, etc. But this year I've noticed a substantially boosted number of them, because a lot of them are using modern Lambrettas, you know, the fat remake that just basically looks like the remake of the Mini compared to the original Lambretta. And they're going to be 4-stroke, so it's just not what the thing is. But they're incorporated within, and I just wonder if there's a seedy little line underneath people like, yeah, we're the ones with the proper bikes, they're posers. I say, don't take any of this personally. I'm sure if you're on a scooter, you see yourself like everyone else, and you see many riders out there who see you like everyone else, and we're just on 2 wheels, and we all nod at each other, and we all get on, and it's a little community, and it's nice. But statistically, these guys don't do it. See? The point is, getting back to my point about mistakes, is mistakes happen and you cannot do anything about them. You can try and make better decisions leading up to this mistake, and then sometimes you have to just live with the consequences of the mistake, because you did see, even a cruiser rider will nod at me, but a scooter rider, no. If you make a bad decision because of the way you went into it, you knew was not a great idea, then you shouldn't be pissed off if it fails. And if it does fail, then you'll be like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And make a smarter decision towards the next decision or attempt at something. I know that might seem ridiculously obvious, but seriously, a big problem that stops a lot of people and me in the past, from doing things that you want to do, is because you're concerned that you will fail, or you are sure that you will fail because you failed before. You should liken it to one of those platform games that, you know, you play so far and then you die, and you have to remember everything going up to that point, like what's going to jump out of where, and then you just, because that's what happens, you go forward, you die, you go forward, you die. You keep repeating this, and slowly you learn the game. You work your way forward, and then you complete the level. If you took that approach to life without the, like, every time that you died, you're like, oh god, it was a mistake. I don't know why I didn't think this through. I should never take a risk again. I'm just going to stay at the beginning of the game, not try and progress. What's the point? It's because it has no real meaning to it. It's a game, you know. But if people saw life as a game, because that'd be dangerous. I mean, if people had the same approach like a child would to mistakes, they don't tend to try something and then give up like an adult does. They tend to try something again and again. So anyway, there is my little thesis on failure. What I've learned through the years. There's a lot more to it, but I don't want to go on and on and on. As you can see, the beaches are packed. And this is a Sunday, everyone's going home. The summer is definitely here. You're going to slow down for the next speed bump, or you're not going to notice it. Oh, yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget I have key tags and hoodies and all sorts of things in the description. And I'll catch you next time. And if you've been trying to do something for a while, you've given up on it, give it another go. But have a smarter approach. Bye-bye.
What the f*** is that? Get a motor, this works better. fucking car move. Yes, he almost took my life, but I gotta get over it. That's right.
This channel is made possible by the support of the audience. Please check out the links in the description and all the different ways you can help support the channel. Any help is greatly appreciated.